Hello, 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 hello. Dirty trucking on this Sunday morning, afternoon. Got off at 6:30 this morning. About to get back out there. Got to on this mission, get that rent money and help my son out of his situation. And this video, and I'm gonna put this on out here because I know for a fact that they've been doing that here in the city of Detroit. The parking tickets. The city of Detroit parking, municipal parking. How do you get $800 in tickets? And when you talk to the individual, they saying it's tickets from back when you stayed in an apartment building downtown Detroit, which shouldn't have had a parking meter in front of it in the first place, because that is a residential apartment building that you had parking meters in front of. So, my son supposedly has $800 in parking tickets. And I'm on a mission to get to the bottom of how do you fucking have $800 in parking tickets. That is fucking impossible. To accumulate $800 in fucking parking tickets. So, I done told him, come the 3rd after the holiday, you either go over there or you get on the phone with the municipal parking authority. I want to find out how he got $800 supposedly dollars in tickets, claiming from an apartment building he lived in some years ago. My son told me about the parking tickets he had when he got in that building. I paid all the parking tickets but one. I told him that one he got to pay himself. He gave me the parking ticket numbers. I went online. I plugged it in. I seen the tickets he had. But let me tell you what I saw that was strange. I saw it riding around. I saw a municipal parking vehicle in the city of Detroit on a Sunday. You don't have to pay to park on Sunday. I saw a municipal parking car downtown Detroit on a Sunday. So I'm trying to find out if municipal parking was fucking with my son, because I knew they was fucking with me because of something they did one day. There's a Starbucks downtown Detroit on Washington Boulevard inside the Westin Hotel. Across the street is 15-minute parking. We couldn't park that day for several days, probably a couple of weeks, because they were beautifying that landscaping area, so they had it blocked off. So on the other side of the 15-minute parking, if you go around the corner on this, right directly across from it, there's parking for a taxi stand. For taxis. People were going over there to park their cars. So I whipped over there. Went over there and parked. I'm Uber. It says parking for taxis. That's what we are. So I whipped over there, went in there to Starbucks and came out. Sure and behold, the first time I did it, no problem. The second time, the next day when I tried to go to get Starbucks, because that's the only way you could have parked to go get Starbucks, because all the parking meters down there be pretty much filled up. Sure and behold, I'm coming out with my Starbucks. The parking meter lady just pulled up. So I walked back there to her. I said, "What, you can't park here? I'm Uber." She said, "No, unless your car has the word taxi on it, or unless the city of Detroit changed the sign to include Uber and Lyft. We can't park there." Normally, that was another one of my restroom areas. Go down there at the Westin Hotel, I would get a Starbucks, run in and use the bathroom. And I would sit there until I got my first trip drinking my Starbucks. I've been doing that for a long time. But that's on the side they had the 15-minute parking. So I'm going to find out what the fuck going on here. I'm going to make my son, whether he like it or not, take his ass over there or get them people on the goddamn phone and find out how you got $800 in parking tickets. If you got to make a date for to go over there and talk to him in front of to get that straight, then that's what you need to do. But before we do that, I want them to prove how he got $800 worth of tickets. Because, let me tell you what, I remember when I was paying his tickets. He lived at the town departments. That's downtown Detroit over there by the DTE. There's parking meters in front of the goddamn establishment. Who does that? Who puts parking meters in front of a residential apartment? City of Detroit, when you're downtown. City of Detroit, when you're downtown. Put parking meters in front of an apartment building. So the residents there were getting tickets. Even when my son stopped living there, I used to ride by there and see people parked in front of that building that had tickets on their cars. That's a residential building. You shouldn't have to wait years later for you to do the right thing. And I remember the news saying that they were going to remove the parking meters in front of residential buildings. I said, you're a little late for that. Parking enforcement been cleaning up off of people. I mean, they've been cleaning up. They should have already designated that area for residential parking of the tenants, parking for tenants in the building when they built that building there. But it's parking meters in front of all the residential buildings down here because they got parking structures. But the parking structures are costly. But if you could park in front of the building, you should be able to park in front of your building. Hassle-free. You're a tenant. So, the problem we got to get resolved is to find out how he got $800 fucking dollars in tickets. So let me go back to tell you what I saw when he told me he got tickets. I paid all his tickets when I was working for Endurance. With my Chase bank account, I paid all them tickets. And see, and that's a practice around here. They like to play like you didn't pay shit and generate shit on the computer and collect more money from your ass when you had already paid shit. So, this is a true story. My son claimed he got $800 worth of tickets from parking around here in the city of Detroit. And I know for a fact that the parking people were targeting, because like I said, when I came out that Starbucks, let me tell you what she told me. The reason why she was over in that area the next day, after I parked there again. She told me that she was alerted to that area. Somebody told her. So that's why she was over there. Oh, somebody alerted you to the area when I was parking over there. But if I wasn't parking over there, you wouldn't have gave a damn. Them people park there all the time. I done seen parking enforcement ride past there. They've been parking there for years doing that shit. And a lot of them ain't taxis. But you would think Uber and Lyft is considered like a taxi. And we should have been able to park where it said taxi standing. Because we do wait for people. We do sit downtown Detroit and wait till we get a trip. You would think, common sense, that we should be able to park in a taxi stand. But she said, the parking enforcement lady said, these are her words. She said, unless your car has the word taxi on it, or that sign says Uber and is included Uber, Lyft, along with taxis, I can't park there. It don't make sense. The common sense shit here around here don't make sense. They do a lot of shit to get money off of people. But that day, that Sunday, I was downtown Detroit, and I remember that. It wasn't a security vehicle. It said parking enforcement on the back. I was over there waiting to pick up somebody, still in the same area, over there near Washington Boulevard. I was on one of them side streets where it's like a restaurant, a hotel, waiting to pick up somebody. And who do I see turn the corner? Over there by the Shinola Hotel on the backside where they go in for the restaurants. I see a parking enforcement vehicle. I said, am I seeing things? Ain't today Sunday? So, I wonder about all these tickets these people getting. Are they doing what they did to me? Because you know they like to change date and change shit. Were they out there ticketing on a Sunday and said it was on one of their legal days when I saw them? Because they're closed on Sunday. And it struck me as odd to see a parking municipal vehicle riding around downtown Detroit on a fucking Sunday. I know what I saw, and I remember that. It wasn't a security truck. We got security vehicles, shields. They look similar to parking enforcement, but it didn't say parking. It didn't say security. It said parking enforcement. I remember seeing that. It turned the corner over there by that Shinola Hotel. I remember that because I was sitting there at the end of the street waiting on a passenger. And I looked and I saw it. I said, ain't this fucking Sunday? And then I remembered, let me tell you this, what I saw. I remember something popped up online talking about you can get tickets on a Sunday. And I can't remember the wording correctly, but it was something about you can get tickets on a Sunday. I think I read something about events, during events. I know that's what regular, we all know that about the events. You can't just park anywhere. I'm talking about, it was under the city of Detroit municipal parking. They are not open on Sunday. So, we're on a mission. I'm going to make my son get them people on the goddamn phone. I want them to prove how he got $800 in tickets. I want to know how he got $800 in tickets. Because let me tell you what I saw as I was paying his tickets. He had quite a few on there. So after I paid one, I went on ahead and went back on there and paid. I paid all but one. You know why I didn't pay that other one? Because after I had paid all his tickets, because I had his ticket numbers, and when I put it in on the website, all his tickets come up. I paid all his tickets. Let me tell you what I saw after I paid all his tickets. I paid all of them, cleared it out, and I would check back the next day to make sure it was off the list. You know what I saw? Another ticket pop up there, out of the blue. And I called him. I said, you got another ticket popped up here. How you getting tickets? Still getting tickets. And you know where they was ticking you at. Why you were getting tickets. How you still getting tickets? He didn't know how that one popped up on there. Now, I was done because I done paid quite a bit of money to pay his tickets. And then that other one just popped up there mysteriously. It wasn't there before. It just popped up, making it look like it was one of his tickets on the list after I paid all the tickets. So I want this lie to unfold. I want them to lie. I want that lie to come out, because if we find out any wrongdoing, that you've been around there doing something shady, targeting people, these some rigged parking tickets, your computer popping up, that shit needs to come out. I paid all this shit. I paid every last one. And when I went back on there, I was shocked to find a ticket popped up there that made it look like it was there already. It wasn't. And for an individual to keep getting that many tickets, That's targeting. They need to stop targeting me and my family because I'm sick of this shit. If we find out that's what's going on, because I believe that's what's going on. That's what she said. She was alerted to that area because they alerted her. Not she was just riding by. Like I see them do all the time. I see people who are not taxis parking that spot over there across from the Western Hotel. They ride by there all the time. They ain't stopping there bothering them cars. But when I park there, or when my son parking downtown, ooh. How you get $800 of tickets? We finna make a phone call on the 3rd. He laying in there mad, angry. You don't need to get mad and angry. You need to find out how you got all these tickets. Because I had that happen with me. A bill I had paid. This business said I didn't pay. Popped up another bill. But luckily I had the receipt. And went in there. I said, now how could you say I owed you and I'm looking at your own receipt? Had I paid it, whoever had rigged it, that's how long this shit been going on. With this getting money out of people. That's stealing money from people. These businesses are stealing money from people. Doing that shit. So we need to find out. Because he don't need no more issues with his car. He can't make no money without his car. And he damn can't make no money looking over his shoulder, wondering if something gonna happen or if they done something. These people have been targeting shit that affects our livelihood here. And I want to know who sick these people on my family. Why is my family being targeted around here? And all this shit started after that Warren truck plant shit. Who is targeting me and my family? Because we got some unusual issues going on around here. It don't make no sense. So we gonna find out how he got $800 in fucking parking tickets.